Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co Daily Futures Market Review for the trading day ending Tuesday, August 25th. Moving first to gold futures, and here we've seen a change of trend for today's trading. This large black body candle is formed, and that followed the indecisive trading with the market finding resistance up around the 1170 area and within the Ichimoku cloud. The market is still trading within the cloud, closing just within the cloud, so still a neutral market in big picture terms, but finding support down below the Candlestick indicator, and this is usually what we see when we have strong upside momentum in that short-term time frame. There is an opportunity here for the buyers to come back into this market, and as this new candle is forming, we are seeing some buying come in. But with this current candle has finished trading, the sellers have taken control away from neither side. Neither side had control in an indecisive candle for the last two trading sessions, and this is suggesting that if the Tenkan-sen doesn't hold as support around this 1139 area, there's a possibility of the market testing down to the bottom of the cloud again around 1133.9. Now if we look over here at the Chica span, the Chica span is just above the corresponding price action, so it's suggesting that we now have upside momentum in this market, and it's supporting the bullish activity in the medium and fast term timeframes by trading above both the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. It's suggesting that if the buyers are strong enough and if they can breach up through the 1155 resistance in a bullish manner, we could then see the market testing to higher levels and up to around the 1170 region again. Next to NYMEX oil, and here we've seen the buyers return into this market today. With the formation of a white body candle, the white body suggests that net momentum between the open and the close has shifted to the buyers, so there's a possibility of the market changing the trend to the upside. Now we haven't seen a change of trend today. In bar chart terms, this is an inside day, and that's where the range of today's bar is within the range of the previous bar, and it suggests indecision. It suggests a lack of strength now from the sellers, where the sellers weren't strong enough to continue the trend down to the downside by taking out the low of that previous candle. Now, the thing here is with the market opening near the low and closing near the high, this is a potential hook reversal pattern. And the important thing here is where the buyers have taken control away from the sellers, where the close was down at the previous day's low, today up at the high, and suggesting a possibility of the market trading higher, but we always want confirmation of that. It's also a potential bullish harami pattern, and that's where we have a downtrend in place, the black body, the smallish white body within the body of the previous body, and suggesting that we do need confirmation of that. Now, strong resistance overhead. The market tested to around the 39.99 level today, and we saw some minor rejection. We will need to breach through there. The important resistance is going to be at the Tenkan-sen around the $40.50 level, and combined with that being a previous level of important resistance and support, the buyers are going to have to be very strong to trade up through there. Next to wheat futures, and here we've seen some selling coming into this market today, the market testing up to the Kijun-sen indicator and being strongly rejected from there. The sellers closing with a moderate amount of control as opposed to the buyers from the previous day's trading, but the sellers finding support down below the $500 level. So whereas the $500 round number was previous resistance, now it's acting as support, so there's an opportunity here for the buyers to bounce off that level. We also saw support coming in around this 496.50 level, and we've seen that area holding for the past three trading days. So potential for the buyers if they're strong enough, but the resistance overhead extending up to about 516.50 may be too much for the buyers. The switch in the colour of the body from white to black suggests that momentum is with the sellers here, but as mentioned, this strong support down below suggests it could be a few days before we see the sellers resume in this market with this very strong downtrend that we've seen previously. Moving next to corn futures, and here we've seen a change of trend to the upside, a candle making a higher high and a higher low, but the market's done that on an indecisive candle, a spinning top type candle, with very strong downside price rejection from 385 and 381. We've also seen strong support coming in at 376 and at the Tenkan-sen indicator, so the market caught between strong resistance and strong support. Now we do have a bearish market in the longer term and medium term timeframes, trading below both the cloud and the Kijun-sen, and this suggests suggests that if the market can breach down through the Tenkan-sen in a bearish manner, we could see corn futures trading lower. Potentially strong support down at 367.25 and then down at 359. Moving next to US 30-year bonds, and following the rejection from the 160.31 level and the indecision in this market, we've seen the formation of a largish black body candle and a change of trend. Here we've seen, whereas we previously saw a very strong upside to this market, series of higher peaks and higher troughs, trading up above the Tenkan-sen indicator, and that indicator holding a strong support. Now we're seeing some weakness, and we're not seeing that allocation away from the equities market into the bond market here. The strong selling today has seen support come in at 157.12. and also strong support coming in at the Kijun-sen indicator, down at roughly about 156.08. We did see the sellers lose commitment down below the 157.12 area, and it has been a very important area in the past, so that's going to be the benchmark here for the selling for the next day's trading. If the buyers are strong enough, if they can bounce off 157.12 and trade in a bullish manner through the Tenkan-sen at 158.27, we then could see this market resume this very strong uptrend that we've been in previously. Next to the S&P 500 futures on the hourly charts, and here for the today's session we saw the market open up above the middle pivot point level, breached through both the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and then rallied to resistance at the first pivot point resistance level at 1947. We then saw the sellers take control off that resistance and trade down through the Ichimoku cloud, giving us a bearish market in the all three timeframes once again. For today's news session, we've seen the market open below each of the Ichimoku indicators and below the middle pivot point level. If the sellers come into this market, potential for the market to trade down to the first support level at 1838, and any rally may find some strong resistance at the middle pivot point level around 1895, with the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud around there. If the market is able to breach through there, we do have potentially strong resistance for most of the trading day at the top of the cloud, which coincides with the first pivot point resistance level at 1929.